back to Iraqi Dinar Hub. The global revaluation of the IQD and VND has officially been confirmed, marking what can only be described as a pivotal moment in financial history. Long treated as speculative talk, the revaluation RV of the Iraqi Dinar ICD and the Vietnamese Dong VND has crossed from theory to fact. After years of predictions, hesitation, and debate within currency and investment circles, June 27th has become a key turning point. Confirmation of this once hypothetical event has now sent ripples across financial markets, reshaping expectations. Global institutions have now recognized the new exchange rates, formally integrating them into financial systems, reshaping the international monetary map. Celebrations are already being organized for June 30th, now set to become the day the world commemorates this unprecedented monetary shift. From Wall Street to the City of London, and from Dubai's trading desks to Ho Chi Minh City's bustling finance sector, excitement is mounting. Market players, large and small, are bracing for a fundamental economic pivot. Key financial giants Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and the Central Bank of Iraq have updated their systems in tandem to reflect the newly acknowledged values. This revaluation transcends currency trading. It represents a structural shift in how nations value their economies. IQD and VND now join the ranks of recognized stable currencies with strategic global importance. What was once whispered about on forums and debated in niche circles has been validated by top-tier financial authorities. The Central Bank of Iraq (CBI), the State Bank of Vietnam (SBV), and leading banks like JP Morgan Chase, HSBC, and Bank of America have now jointly confirmed the revaluation. Detailed internal documents, software upgrades, and new transaction protocols have been rolled out across these institutions. The newly established rate 7.88 for the IQD and 5.32 for the VND are no longer theoretical. These are live, fully operational values being used in interbank transfers and commercial settlements. Internal communications have confirmed these rates, alongside notifications to currency holders worldwide. Backing this move is a powerful coalition of central banks, legal bodies, and economic monitors. Legal updates, disclaimers, and compliance memos have been issued, leaving no ambiguity. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has released a special report calling this revaluation a textbook case of sovereign monetary reform. Both Iraq and Vietnam have been praised for tight fiscal management and transparent governance. Together, these institutions have coordinated a lawful, regulated, and global shift in currency valuation. Once laughed off as fantasy, the RV is now a thoroughly documented event backed by policy, legal clarity, and financial implementation. This confirmation does more than boost numbers on a screen. It signifies an economic awakening in Iraq and Vietnam. For Iraq, this event is the result of long-term reform-strengthening institutions, reducing corruption, and regaining currency control. The CBI has cleaned up the parallel market, stabilized exchange flow, and built credibility. With steady oil revenues and foreign investment deals, Iraq is now in a prime position to lead regional financial progress. Meanwhile, Vietnam has earned its status through smart economic policies. Focused on exports, manufacturing, and investment diversification, it has become a model for emerging economies worldwide. Vietnam is no longer a shadow economy, it's a rising force. Its low-cost skilled labor, robust digital infrastructure, and export-driven growth have drawn comparisons to China. These economic foundations now support the Dong as a solid currency. Both Iraq and Vietnam back their currencies with hybrid frameworks that include GDP strength and natural resource reserves. These give long-term value stability to the IQD and VND, making them attractive for international trade and investment. This revaluation is a statement. It reflects growing trust in emerging economies and signals a turning point in global capital flows and financial recognition. The market response was immediate and overwhelming. Within hours of the announcement, financial platforms worldwide lit up. Forex markets in Asia, Europe, and the US reported historic trading spikes. In London and Hong Kong, servers buckled under the pressure as demand for IQD and VND pairs surged. Cryptocurrency investors also joined the fray, swapping digital coins for new stablecoins backed by the revalued currencies. US brokers like TD Ameritrade and E*Trade had to upgrade infrastructure in real time. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange (CME) has already begun consultations for launching new futures based on the revalued rates. On the ground, banks in Iraq and Vietnam were packed with citizens eager to verify holdings and initiate exchanges. In the US, redemption centers reported call volume quadrupling overnight. Many added extra shifts and extended hours to handle the traffic. This isn't just a market event, it's a human story too. Regular citizens and seasoned investors alike are now seeing the payoff of long-term belief in these currencies. Financial media analysts are calling the IQD and VND the new pillars of a diversified international portfolio, no longer treated as exotic plays but as credible, sovereign-backed assets. Leading voices in global finance are already framing this as a paradigm shift. Dr. Marcus Ellington of the Global Monetary Review declared that this synchronized RV is the first major signal that the financial world is moving toward multipolarity. He emphasized that this is more than just about Iraq and Vietnam, it's about changing the structure of global liquidity away from over-reliance on traditional Western currencies. Meanwhile, Linda Chow from Asia Macro Insights credits Vietnam's consistent reforms and digital progress as key drivers behind its currency's rise. Many now believe that this RV model will inspire similar transitions in other emerging economies. The immediate weeks following the announcement will see some turbulence, but controlled volatility is expected. Analysts predict that both currencies will settle into stable ranges within 3 months. During this period, more banks, fintech firms, and payment systems will integrate the new rates. As regulatory bodies complete compliance protocols, the currencies will gain public traction. This sets the stage for broad investor access, improved liquidity, and transparent valuation metrics. Both national economies are ready for global reintegration. Long-time currency holders now stand to benefit from unprecedented financial validation and cross-border mobility. Attention is now shifting to the Zimbabwean dollar ZWL, which may be the next COP in line. Though not officially confirmed for RV, signals are emerging. Zimbabwe's central bank has launched a gold-backed digital currency to anchor its system. Analysts are watching closely as it experiments with a lithium-linked pilot token. These innovations are gaining praise from global institutions and hinting at serious reform intentions. African and Asian banks are also expressing confidence. IMF-backed policy adjustments further support this trend. While no official ZWL rate is out yet, the pattern mirrors what we've just seen with Iraq and Vietnam. Sources within financial networks report quiet moves behind the scenes. Banks in South Africa and Zimbabwe are said to be reaching out to large holders of ZWL. New partnerships with China involving direct settlement trials suggest deepening trust. The groundwork is their resource-backed instruments, blockchain platforms, and digital payment solutions are being tested. If ZWL follows the IQD and VND roadmap, fiscal reform, digital innovation, and strategic alliances, it could become the next breakout story in the emerging currency space. Smart investors are already positioning ahead of any official confirmation, hoping to ride the second wave of this global monetary realignment. June 30th is shaping up to be a landmark moment, not just for celebration, but for a seamless global rollout. Beneath the festivities, fireworks, cultural tributes, and live broadcasts, there is a precision strategy at work. Financial systems are now connected through integrated software updates, regulation-ready platforms, and encrypted back-end networks. From Baghdad and Hanoi to Dubai and Washington, D.C., preparations are synchronized. Public celebrations will be matched by private investor briefings. Behind closed doors, elite attendees will gain access to new bond offerings, diversification products, and exclusive economic updates. Meanwhile, U.S. redemption centers are going into full operation mode. With longer hours, biometric scanners, and legal advisors on site, they're ready for large volume exchanges. Digital wallet providers have deployed system updates, allowing users to view their IQD and VND balances at new rates instantly. This is more than a ceremonial milestone. It marks the start of a fully functioning post-RV economy. Banks will transition from theory to action-releasing funds, logging verified redemptions, and populating databases with real-time adjusted rates. The entire financial architecture is being updated to accommodate the new values and liquidity flows. Now that the revaluation is confirmed, the focus turns to redemption readiness. Currency holders must prepare correctly. Begin by verifying that your IQD or VND notes are genuine and undamaged. Altered notes may be disqualified. Verification with banks or dealers is strongly advised. Next, schedule a redemption. Appointment walk-ins are largely being denied due to volume. Be sure to bring government-issued ID, receipts, and any relevant trust or asset documents. At the appointment, you'll receive redemption offers, including both fixed rates and long-hold contract options. Ask clear questions. When will funds be released? Are there conditions? Inquire about any holding periods. Immediately after redemption, contact a qualified tax expert. Tax liability can vary widely depending on how long you've held the currency and your country's laws. Keep thorough records, both physical and digital. Many U.S. redemption locations now offer same-day disbursements for fully verified transactions. Security is tight, using biometric systems to ensure accuracy and fraud prevention. Whether you're handling a small bundle or a multi-million-dollar redemption, preparedness will be the key to maximizing this rare financial event. From here on, it's all about execution. The post-RV economy is filled with opportunity, but not without complexity. Experts believe the IQD and VND will soon be recognized within sovereign reserve pools, international trade contracts, and potentially added to regional currency baskets. Iraq's oil export agreements are now linked to revalued IQD metrics, giving it stronger negotiating power. Vietnam has adjusted licensing and remittance systems to reflect its new currency strength. These shifts give the currencies long-term economic traction and align them with new regional trade routes. Private investors have enormous potential here, but only with smart planning. Financial professionals advise using some gains for reinvestment. Options include infrastructure bonds, gold-linked financial products, and real estate in emerging markets. Setting up multi-currency trust accounts is another recommended strategy to safeguard wealth and enable cross-border conversions. Political risk, inflation exposure, and changing regional laws will be challenges. Diversification remains essential. While the short-term gains are substantial, the longer-term advantage lies in building financial systems that endure. This moment in history proves that patient belief and strategic reform can win. For years, those holding IQD and VND were told it would never happen. Now the world sees otherwise. This revaluation is not just about money, it's about changing the rules. It shows that smaller, developing economies can challenge traditional power structures and succeed. June 30th will go down as the day the global economy pivoted. Every IQD and VND holder now faces a choice, treated as quick profit or a rare chance to contribute to global economic transformation. This is the time to act, to plan, and to build. The old order has shifted. A new monetary era has arrived, and you're already part of it. Thank you for watching Iraqi Dinar Hub. As the global financial landscape shifts before our eyes, remember this is more than a revaluation. It's a rare chance to build something lasting. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just beginning your journey, stay informed, stay strategic, and stay ready. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates, analysis, and real-world insights on the IQD, VND, and beyond. Until next time, this is your moment. Make it count.